Good day and happy Black Friday, travelers. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. The coffee's brewing. We are answering the question, is there good deals to be had in the cruise industry on Black Friday? The answer is yes. But the other question we were asking is, will there also be some bad deals? Did prices go up? And the answer to that is also yes. So the purpose of this video is to show you where the prices went up, show you where the prices went down. If we take a look at the marketing machine, hey, our biggest deal ever, Black Friday. We'll come back to this. Carnival, a little bit more subdued. They're merging Black Friday and Cyber Monday together. All right, I respect, up to $900 off. We'll come back to this. Norwegian Cruise Lines, they also have a sale, and up to this point, if you see my previous videos, they've advertised sales, but when the proof is in the pudding, if you're familiar with that expression, we haven't really seen the prices move yet. And as you'll see throughout the video, they have showed up. Princess and Celebrity are also having sales, and we'll talk about them as well. So let's get into it. Spent the past couple hours going through. We've got Icon of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas pricing. We got Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. We'll talk about Alaska. We'll talk about the entire Caribbean as a whole and Europe. Yeah, spent a lot of morning drinking coffee and pulling data from the websites. But first, let's hop into the charts. Black Friday cruise deals. Where are they? So the things that are impacting the price of the cruise, it's the time of the year. So if we go back to this little chart here, it's not as easy as just picking the Caribbean. There's different seasons. So you got before spring break, that's off peak 1. Spring break, peak number 1. In between spring break, summer break, that's off peak number 2. Summer break, very peak number 2. Hurricane season, off peak. Thanksgiving, and hurricane season is August through early November. Thanksgiving is peak. Christmas is super peak. So we'll talk about that. And you might be asking, wait a minute. Is it cheaper to go in 2025 or is it cheaper to go in 2026? Historically, there was a definitive answer to that. Now, not so much. So we got a lot of data to cover and a lot of coffee to drink. Let's get into it. So the things that are impacting the price this time of the year, if you want interiors cheaper than balcony, the ship, the cruise line also impacts, and when you book is now the time to book. And the answer is actually, I don't know. It depends on really what you want to book. So if you're looking to go early next year before spring break, a current observation is that Royal Caribbean increased their prices for balcony today. Today, they increased the price of the balcony. So it was cheaper earlier if you're looking to go before spring break. If you're looking to go after spring break, just a quick observation. Norwegian Cruise Lines and Carnival have gone down today, although they did increase before. Thursday it was cheaper. Monday it was cheaper, and then in advance of Black Friday they started to increase their prices, as you can see by the incline. But today I was very shocked to see that Royal Caribbean increased their prices for spring break, but also equally surprised to see that Norwegian Cruise Lines actually did do a price dip. Now, if you're looking to go before summer, Norwegian Cruise Lines really came to play. They dropped. Carnival dropped. Again, Carnival isn't pre-Black Friday sales, so you got this increase. If you're familiar with the hip-hop song, sometimes you gotta get up to get down. That's what Carnival did, essentially. But Royal Caribbean, they ebb and flow. They had their Black Friday event here, and then the prices increased, and then the prices decreased, and then they were flat advertising Black Friday, and then they increased again. Quite fascinating, just quite fascinating. Interior rooms for Carnival also went down. You're looking to go during the summer season. Again, Norwegian Cruise Lines, these are the lowest prices that I have seen since we've done this activity. And in case you're keeping track, or in case you're not and you're new here, we've been doing this since late October. That's when the first Black Friday, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's do a little science experiment here. All right. So again, Royal Caribbean over the summer, they raised their prices on balconies. They raised them by about 100, 150. Norwegian Cruise Lines, although they were always pretty high, they did in fact decrease them. Same with their interiors. As a matter of fact, their interior rooms are now as cheap as a balcony on Carnival. That's what the graphs tell us. You want to go during hurricane season? Again, it's cheaper, risky. It is risky. But Royal Caribbean up, Carnival down. Norwegian flat for hurricane season, and Carnival interior rooms down. Norwegian Cruise Line must be sold out of Thanksgiving. Their website won't publish me Thanksgiving cruise dates, but the other two carriers are flat. Christmas, their Norwegian Cruise Lines is back, but on the whole, it's flat. Carnival did see a bit of an increase. As a matter of fact, the current prices for Carnival, if you're looking to go on a Christmas cruise, and we have gone on Carnival Christmas cruise, it's festive. These are about as cheap as they've gone. So about $1,400 for a balcony, interior balcony on Royal Caribbean, about $1,275. So let's look next year. Pre-spring break, Norwegian Cruise Lines again saw the dip. Carnival saw the dip. Royal Caribbean's flat. Now spring break, Norwegian Cruise Line said, Black Friday. Prices increased for interior and balcony. Interesting observation. Further out, you kind of want to get people on, no. Although Carnival continues to see the trend decrease. These are actually the lowest prices that we've observed. Post-spring break, Carnival continues to go down. Royal Caribbean continues to be flat. Norwegian said, hey, Black Friday sale, let's bump them prices up. And they did. Carnival, through the summer break, the prices continue to go down. Royal and Norwegian is flat. Hurricane season, Norwegian Cruise Line said, let's put these babies on sale. We're tired of going up. We're going up here. Hurricane season, we are dropping them balcony and interior prices. And Carnival did ever slight. Royal Caribbean, Black Friday, that slide that said this is the biggest sale of the year, Royal Caribbean didn't really show up here. So this is Thanksgiving, flat. Carnival continues to go down, actually. Royal Caribbean's flat. Carnival did decrease, under 1,000, almost to about 940. So good prices, Carnival. Carnival, again, Christmas, they're showing up. So these are if you're looking to go into Christmas 2025 or 2026, these are the cheapest prices we have seen so far. Let's talk Alaska. Here's where it gets a little interesting. Alaska's broken out into 3 periods. You got before summer, off-peak one. Summer, peak. Kids are out of school. Holy smokes, it's peak. And then after the kids go back to school, September, October, is off-peak. This is kind of all over the place, and this has actually kind of been fun to do. Norwegian's Black Friday sales is flat before Memorial Day. Royal Caribbean is flat, but Carnival continues. You could almost say, team, that Carnival has decreased almost all of their prices for this event. You could say that. And statistically, the numbers would back you if you did. If you're going to go peak, Norwegian Cruise Lines, these are not on sale. Balcony rooms are $2,500. Carnival's is way cheaper and going down. Royal Caribbean actually increased their prices a little bit for balcony rooms going into the summer. So there you go. And then for off-peak, after summer, Norwegian Cruise Lines increased their prices. Carnival decreased their prices. Royal Caribbean is decreasing as well. Let's compare 2025 to 2026. Norwegian's flat. Carnival is down. Royal's flat. If you go summer 2026, Norwegian's flats, Carnival's down. There's a theme here. Carnival is celebrating the sale. So these are the prices for the big 3. We're going to hop out of the graph just for a minute, just to show you some raw data. What you're looking at here is the Caribbean. So for everybody not named Norwegian, Carnival, and Royal Caribbean, the prices day over day by everybody else, these are just best prices observed. And we actually saw increases. Increase to flat was the observation day over day from Thanksgiving. I thought there might have been some Thanksgiving sales, but day over day, flat to increased. If you go to Alaska, and this is including Princess, Celebrity, hell, even MSC to some extent, the prices, again, flat as an industry. With the exception of Carnival and Norwegian Cruise Lines. And they don't show up here because these are best prices for Alaska. And Norwegian is definitely not the best price. They are, in fact, having a sale, but they are by far no means the best price in the industry. So there's some data there for you. So all of this data is what I'm trying to show you is the Black Friday sale is not a industry-wide event for Alaska. And we can take that same sentiment into the Caribbean. We already showed you the big three. There's a lot of other players, MSC being one of them. MSC has great deals. Celebrity sometimes can sneak up on you, as their advertising said. And again, day over day, flat. Flat is the word. Actually increased for the interior and balcony rooms. So we'll just paraphrase a bunch of numbers, looking day over day, just, I drink my coffee, watch my sports, compile some numbers. And then let's close with Europe. Europe. This is how I started my day. I was like, oh, this is Black Friday event. Sucks. That's what I said. I said, this sucks. Because it was flat. I was like, wow, they just, no creativity here. Although there's one shining star, team. You can look under a rock, see positivity anywhere you can find it. A balcony room did go down $2. Although that's up from $7.89. About a week ago. But hey, let's take positives when positives are given to us. You can also say the same for a balcony room, summer of 2026, $1,274. But again, that's up from $1,166. So there's room to go here. And as we continue this exercise into Cyber Monday, we will see what they have. For the Icon class ships, for those of you who are like, hey, I want to go in Utopia, I want to go in Star of the Seas, I want to go on Icon of the Seas. Man, this is curious because the prices, they fluctuate just a little bit. Like there was a hiccup yesterday. I was like, wow, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Spend more money. The prices just right now are flat to just a kiss higher. So this Black Friday event, even though the biggest deal ever is not shaping up, just in the cruises that we looked at, best in class prices for Royal Caribbean against the competition. It just hasn't shown up yet. Maybe some of their higher prices cruises are in fact seeing the up to. The cool thing about labeling something up to 800 off is it could be up to 800 off, but you got a lot of room to run there. There's a nice little activity that I like to just do. If we do, Norwegian is probably the best example of this. If I scroll down here, we'll go to the Caribbean. I always do this activity as marketing just because I have a good time with it. This is something that Norwegian does, but it technically is something that all the cruise lines do more or less, is to let you know the price, but to let you also know that the price is on sale. So we got a price drop. Look at this right here, $919 crossed out, $570. So that's the tricky part. That's why these graphs become really valuable, is in a day at a time that, hey, was the price ever $919? If the price is always flat, then whatever number you cross out becomes irrelevant. It's just, sure, you could charge $919 and you're charging $570, but that's the beautiful thing about this. Hey team, my coffee is running low. I need to get a refill. But these are your Black Friday deals. Norwegian Cruise Line's Carnival came to play. Royal Caribbean, they said, hey, you know what? These guys are going to log in here and see our biggest deal ever, and they're going to drop some coin. Let's see what happens Cyber Monday. I hope you travel safe, team, and until the next time, good luck.